and welcome to Whether or Not. I'm your host, Dana Osgood, joined here by my co-host, Stuart Dougherty. We've got a great show for you this week with forecasts by our own Caroline Castora and a feature on severe weather safety by Bryan, Michigan. So, Stuart, how's your week been going this week?
Less stressful now that I had my policy speech done for CAS 100A. It was a very stressful speech to get through, but I'm glad it's over. How's your week going, by the way?
I agree about the speech. It took me a while. I haven't really been enjoying the rain that we've been seeing this week, so hopefully Caroline will give us some good news in her forecast. But before we go there, we'll have to go to Nature in the News. So what is your story about this week?
Well, my story is about the way Mother Nature ended March 2022 for us here in Pennsylvania. So I'm very excited to talk about that. What are your stories about this week?
That'll be a great story. So I've got two stories about horses this week, one about the disgraced Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit, and a more happy story about a new career for Welsh ponies up in the mountains of Wales. Now, without any more horsing around, let's get into Nature in the News. Welsh ponies won't be hitting the hay for much longer. These small friends are a cultural symbol of Wales. Semi-feral herds wander the hills with little management beyond infrastructure hindering their movements and the removal of colts to avoid inbreeding. After the coal mines on much of the Welsh countryside were abandoned and the farming industry moved towards more modern technology, these ponies had no more responsibilities, which made people worried for their future. But Graham Williams is here to change that. Hoof Trek focuses its work on tourism, employing the ponies to carry hikers' packs as they scale the Welsh mountains. Hikers also learn how to groom and care for the animals, hoping to spark a resurgence of horse lovers in the area. Being semi-feral, the horses have a mind of their own and don't always cooperate, acting as the comedic relief for the journey. Hoof Trek is based off a similar initiative with donkeys in France. Training the ponies helps to ensure they're allowed to remain out in the wild. After all, the Welsh countryside wouldn't be the same without ponies dotting the hills.
There's an old saying that goes, March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. Well, Pennsylvania said, hold my mirror. March 2022 started off quiet with no thunderstorm or other severe weather issued by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. Mother Nature decided to lay her hand down on March 31st. The Storm Prediction Center issued an outlook with a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms over the western portion of the state, with a slight risk over central and eastern PA. The main risk was damaging winds and a few tornadoes. By 12:15 Eastern Daylight Time in the afternoon, the SPC upgraded portions of south central Pennsylvania and eastern Pennsylvania to an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms due to higher confidence in stronger winds and tornadoes. These confidences were based off a moving cold front traversing eastward through PA. Prior to making it to State College, the storm produced its first tornado in Armstrong County. The National Weather Service in Pittsburgh reports around 11:45 a tornado touched down 4 miles west-northwest of Rural Valley. It traveled northeast and strengthened to an EF2 on the enhanced Fujita scale, with estimated winds of up to 120 miles per hour. As it traveled, it uprooted trees, snapped other trees, and damaged 2 barns. The tornado is estimated to have been around 350 yards wide, the equivalent of 3 football fields. The tornado dissipated around noon, 2 miles north-northwest of Dayton. Later in the evening, a tornado sprouted in Bucks County around the area of Hilton Township at 9:48 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. While the twister lasted 4 minutes, the EF1 tornado packed a punch with estimated winds of up to 100 miles per hour. The 100-yard wide tornado carved a path of 2 miles in the 4 minutes before dissipating. Besides the 2 tornadoes, 64 of the 99 wind damage reports to the SPC occurred in the Keystone State, nearly 2/3 exactly. The end of March 2022 will be in the memories of many Pennsylvanians.
Medina Spirit fell from grace last year after being disqualified from the Kentucky Derby and having his win thrown out. But half a year after the race, Medina Spirit died unexpectedly. Veterinarians suspect a heart attack, but the autopsy was inconclusive. Medina Spirit's death is not the first and only adds to the allegations of abuse in the racehorse industry. Last year, 71 racehorses died, 10 of which were considered sudden deaths. Clark Brewster, the lawyer to Bob Baffert, Medina Spirit's trainer, called the death, quote, an act of God. Baffert is a rather infamous trainer, having been banned from the track that holds the Kentucky Derby for 2 years. Over the past 40 years of Baffert's career, 30 of his horses have failed drug tests, 5 in just over a year. Experts say it may take years to determine if Medina Spirit was a legitimate Derby winner. But the bigger story here is the doping and abuse allegations that seem to be so intrinsically entwined in horse racing, and whether this industry does more harm than good.
Hello everyone, it's student meteorologist Castora here with your Central Pennsylvania forecast. As you can expect, April means rain, and that is the truth for our forecast this weekend. Starting with Friday, we have a low pressure system that's going to move through our Commonwealth, bringing rain across the state and showers to our area. So if you're in Pennsylvania, expect rain on Friday, and then moving into Saturday, that rain chance sticks around, and temperatures are going to struggle to make it out of the 40s that day. We're going to be below average temperature-wise, and it's just going to be kind of a dreary day. A chance for rain sticks around, but it's not going to be as much of a washout as Friday was, but just be prepared and bring your umbrella wherever you go. Looking into Sunday, Sunday's a pretty boring day weather-wise, but you might appreciate that there's no rain chance on our map right now, and temperatures are going to remain cool. Like I said for Saturday, the same thing's going to go for Sunday. We're going to struggle to make it out of the 40s, but there will be partly cloudy skies, which is something to look forward to, so you can get some vitamin D and maybe start enjoying the springtime sunshine. So looking into Friday, we're going to get up to 54, and like I said, showers are going to be in our area moving through the state. And then as we get into Friday night, temperatures are going to drop down to 38, and showers are going to be before 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., I'm going to keep that rain chance around because as we move into Saturday, there's going to be a chance for showers throughout the day. Again, we're only going to make it up to 48 degrees on Saturday, and that rain chance sticks around. 48 degrees is below average for central Pennsylvania this time of year in April, so that's something to note. Looking into Saturday night, we're going to drop down to 32 degrees, which is not something you want to see in April, but it's going to be partly cloudy skies. That rain chance is going to move out of our area. And then Sunday, this boring weather day, 47 degrees and partly sunny skies. And now it's time for a feature story by Brian Michigan on severe weather safety.
Each year, when the spring season rolls around, Mother Nature transitions from winter storms bringing an array of icy threats to a different kind of severe weather. The springtime severe weather season is known for its tornadoes, which cause heavy rain and hail, damaging winds, and even numerous tornado outbreaks. From the months of March through May is when these tornadoes are most common in North America, and due to their destructive power, the general public must stay weather aware. So far this year, North America is running above average when it comes to its confirmed tornadoes, with 292 tornadoes as of April 3rd. That puts this season in the 75th percentile compared to the typical season. Many of these tornadoes have occurred in the Deep South, in states like Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, ripping through some highly populated areas like New Orleans and Tuscaloosa.
The best way to prepare during a tornado is to get into a basement if you have one. If you don't, the best place to be is in an interior room. Usually, for most people, this is a bathroom. Especially stay away from the windows because most tornado deaths are from people by the windows. Once those cave in from the differences in air pressure.
The deadliest aspect of a tornado is the debris it can loft into the air. Large objects like cars, sheds, 18-wheeler trucks, and even entire homes can be thrown into the air and sent hundreds of yards from its original location. Once the debris goes up, it must come down at some point, and in highly populated areas, this could mean large objects falling on homes.
So being prepared for weather, is really just important for everyone across the country, especially this time of year where you have the tornadoes for weather. Not only tornadoes, but damaging winds and hail are definitely things to be prepared for to save your life and property.
Tornadoes aren't the only threats to our communities during the springtime severe weather season. With thunderstorms in general becoming more common during this time of year, it's important to know how to prepare and act when the storms begin to fire off.
Heavy storm, it pushes through your area, you can lose power for days at a time. So it might be a good idea to have a backup generator ready just in case that happens. And even if for more severe events, you might even be stuck in your home for days at a time. So it would be good to prepare things such as bottled water, food, just so you can last through that period of the severe event.
Long after damaging storms are gone, the threats for your safety and well-being still remain. In the case of flooding, remaining in place until given the all clear is the best course of action, since sharp pieces of debris could still be submerged underwater and live wires from electronics could also be right under your feet. When it comes to wind damage, trees that have been blown at an angle still have the risk of falling over long after a storm moves away, and fallen telephone wires could still be active on the ground. There could even be dangers in which we cannot see, that being gas leaks formed from damaged pipes that could cause respiratory illnesses and even start fires, burning up any surrounding debris. Communicating the risks of severe weather is crucial for the safety of our communities to prevent the loss of life due to these storms. To spread this message of safety, the National Weather Service has started the hashtag #SafePlaceSelfie to encourage others to snag a picture of themselves in a safe location whenever severe weather strikes. The hope is that over the coming years, severe weather safety will become a common practice throughout the general public to encourage weather readiness so that we can all live happy and healthy. Reporting from Weather or Not, I'm Brian, Michigan.
Welcome back to your extended forecast. Something to look forward to as we move into the next work week is warmer weather. We're going to have high temperatures that exceed our average for this time of year, but that's not before we get through a rain chance this weekend. So starting, like I said, Friday and Saturday, we're going to have a chance for showers both days. Friday a little more consistent than Saturday, and temperatures are slowly going to drop as we move through the weekend, starting at 54 degrees on Friday, moving down to 48 and 47 by Sunday. And look at those low temperatures by the end of the weekend, all the way down to 32, which is not something you want to see this time of year in April. But a little silver lining is Sunday, we're going to have partly sunny skies, no rain chance for that day. Moving into the work week, this is a sight for sore eyes. We have warmer weather in store, and like I said, our average temperature is going to exceed, or we are going to exceed our average temperature every day next week. But similar to last week, we're going to have that chance for rain move in at the end of the week, with Wednesday and Thursday, Friday having a chance for rain. But look at Thursday, we have a chance to get up to 70 degrees in our area, which is something to definitely look forward to. And now, here's your quiz answer.
Thank you, Caroline. I cannot wait to get this warmth and break out my shorts and my short sleeves, and I'm pretty sure Dana can't wait either. Anyway, here's your Weather Whiz Quiz question for the week. How many inches of rain does Wales receive in 1 year? Is it A, 12 inches, B, 20 inches, C, 33 inches, or D, 45 inches?
And the answer is C, 33 inches. Now, with that new job that the Welsh ponies have, they might want to pack an umbrella.
Oh, yeah. How much does that compare to here in State College? 33 seems such an abstract number.
It's a little bit less than here in State College.
Okay. Well, that does it for this week's episode of Whether or Not. We are happy that you have joined us. Please join us next week. And as always, I'm Stuart.
And I'm Dana.
Have a great week.